is how I play the game! Oh my god! What the fuck?
Holy shit! That is an epic fucking intro, dude. And I have to warn everyone. Warning. What you may see right now is going to be absolutely disgusting. Sound good?
Sounds good to me.
Any contributions tonight, greatly appreciated. This is an interactive stream. If you contribute, I will give you a live shout out and, you know, talk with you back and forth. Thanks to anyone who does, because as I've told you guys recently, this channel does not make much at all. Without the Retro React streams, no exaggeration, this channel makes about 50 cents a day on ads. That's about it. Okay? So, your support during this stream is literally what's helping this channel to become something viable and something that I would like to do more. Like, if I get good support during these live streams, I would consider doing them once a week. You know, right now it's kind of uncertain if I will or not. I would like to do them once a week, but I need to have enough support to make that viable. So, please support the stream tonight if you can. That'd be awesome if we do get support and then I bring it into the fold as a weekly thing. Okay?
And I'm not gonna sit there and fucking beg like a pathetic person. I have received an incredibly generous, get this, $77 tip. 77 bucks. Holy moly, that's a huge tip. By the way, I appear to have received yet another very generous tip. So Jared just did another whopping $36 tip. Whoa! Whoa, there's a whale! A giant whale! That's cool, there's a giant whale.
Usagi Jojo says, is this how it was with your alcoholism in the past? If it's too personal, you don't have to answer. No, like for me, detoxing from severe alcoholism, not that I was severe alcoholic, but like, basically, you feel real sick. You get bad headaches, like real bad headaches, sick to your stomach for days, like you don't want to eat, you don't want to do anything, and basically you feel like basically you feel like something hit you bad. You know, like I hit my car or something. Like, that's what it felt like for me, many years ago.
Do I drink gin after the streams? Yes, I do. I jump into an entire bathtub full of gin and I submerge myself for several hours. It's the only way to live.
Mop them up or something. Alright, so now, I'm going to make an old school joke, so everyone must forgive me for the joke I'm about to make. This is the kind of joke I would have made in 2010. I would have been like, oh, do not worry about the man on my floor. I will lock him in my basement as a personal slave. No one needs to know. Mr. Shelby, be sure not to tell anyone about the man on my floor. I've always wanted my own slave. That's what the kind of joke I would make back then. Uh-oh, dark humor, cancel Phil, because he made jokes like that, right? That's how people were. You're like, back then, people would hear that joke and be like, that's hilarious, ha ha ha, dark humor. Today, it's like, oh my god, cancel him, oh, blah, blah. Whatever, fuck it, whatever. I made the joke, so there. And I made it in 2024, and I'm gonna get away with it. Okay, let's go.
Do not worry, my friend, I will shoot him in the face, my friend. And then I will cure him for my beef jerky.
Oh, yeah! I made a similar joke! Alright, that joke was that he was gonna kill him and cure him and turn it to beef jerky. I made a similar joke. I literally had no idea I made that joke in the original playthrough, so there you go. It was a very similar joke. Okay.
Oh, here we go. Here's the check.
Alright, now, before we get to this part, alright. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, 14 years ago, I was a very, very lewd, rude, offensive dude. My commentary had a lot of sexual stuff in it. I guarantee you, coming up in this next scene, I probably said a million inappropriate things that are not representative of who I am today. I'm not going to be making any of those kind of comments tonight, but obviously we're going to cringe at my old-style sexualized comments, so let's just get this over with. Here we go. Calisthenics.
Some aromatherapy, maybe?
Yeah.
I really need sleep. How hard can it be to fall asleep?
If you're an insomniac, it's incredibly hard to fall asleep. Usually if you're an insomniac, there's a reason. Like, there's something going on in your life that mentally you're screwed up in the head, and so you can't, like, let your mind rest. Like, for me, there was a part of my life I was a hardcore insomniac. That's actually why I started drinking so hard when I was in my 20s, is because I had things going on in my life that were messing with my head, and I couldn't sleep. So I would drink myself to sleep some nights, and that's how I started drinking way too much. So, it's not just, oh, I just can't sleep. It's like you're mentally messed up to the point where you can't, let your mind rest. You're like disturbed. You know what I mean?
You know, back in high school, I was on a cocktail of medications. I mean, real talk, when I was in high school at one point, I was to the point where I was losing it. I wanted to either go do something drastic or, you know, go nuts. There was a girl who I was like obsessed with for a while. Obsession is not fucking normal human behavior. It is, you know, mental illness.
And, like, you could take sleeping pills, because you might say, why doesn't she just take a sleeping pill? You can, but then what happens is, number one, you get hooked on them, and you can't sleep without them, and number two, you get diminishing returns. It's like, so at first I started taking one sleeping pill, then I gotta take two, then I gotta switch the kind of sleeping pill I'm taking, because the other one doesn't work anymore. Then you gotta do this, and then you basically get addicted to it, and, you know, it's bad. So then you're like, what do I do next? What do I do next? How do I get to sleep? It's crazy disturbing. You know, I'm very happy that I got out of that phase of my life. I can sleep like a baby now. I have no problems getting to sleep now, but when I had insomnia, it was really screwing with my life at that time. Wow, really, Roy. Roy, thank you so very much. Roy with a whopping $99.99 super chat from Roy tonight. He says, thank you for all of your content. When I was in college, I went through heartbreak. You made me laugh, and you held me together when it came to my happiness. I know this is not much, but thank you for the entertaining content. This playthrough was one of the first of yours I've ever seen. Roy, thank you. Thank you for watching. Thank you for enjoying. Thank you for reciprocating. And thanks for sharing. Really. Again, when I was a YouTuber back in the day like this was not my intention. I made no money on this video. No, zero. This is a demonetized video. There's no monetization of this video at all. This was me doing it for fun. Just to mess around. And this whole thing of me being a YouTuber was just an accident. You know, I never intended for that. Not like the people today who go into it with money on their minds and shit. You know what I mean? So, I'm happy to hear that something that I did back in the day just messing around helped people. I really am. So thank you so much, Roy. I really, really appreciate your support tonight. That is awesome. And yes, that's going to help the channel immensely. So thank you so very much, Roy, for that super chat. Thank you, thank you.
Here we go, here we go. Let's get some pulls. Come on. Pull the gotcha. Pull on my gotcha. Come on. You know we gotta get some pulls.
I'm being asked by Corias, did you ever make money off of your old Street Fighter 4 online vids? Anything that was on the original darksydephil channel, I never made a penny on. At all. Literally nothing on that channel was ever monetized. When I moved over to DsP-gaming, and DsP-gaming eventually got partnered with Machinima in 2011, anything from early 2011 on, then I made monetization on. That was it. And I did have some vlogs, and the vlogs were monetized, but they didn't get tons of revenue.
Really, it was like some people were nice and donated back in the day. Like, they would actually send me some money via PayPal, and that's how I afforded a lot of the games that I would play on the channel, because it was all out of my pocket from my job, you know? I wasn't making any revenue on the content I was putting on YouTube. Wow, Roy just did a second super chat. $100, and he says, here, take another one. I'm well established now. The amount of times you made me laugh while I did my master's degree is priceless. Thank you for everything that you do. And again, thank you. I'm happy to know that since I've been around for so long, now almost 16 years being a YouTuber, that I helped so many people.
I've had hundreds or more of people who reached out to me over the years and said, thank you so much, you really did touch us in various different ways, putting a smile on our face, having meaning in the things that you said and did. You know, that's awesome. Thank you so much, Roy.
I've never run into this thing before. What is it, a money creature? Yeah, look, it's a money creature. It just throws money around. What the hell was that?
Alright, and just so everyone knows, what I was saying, after this stream ends, tonight on this channel, I'm going to put up a poll, and you're going to vote on what you want to see for next week's Retro React, because I've decided I will do one next week. What I will do, excuse me, I'll actually probably take, like, Monday night off next week to work on personal stuff. Like I told you guys, I have to work on, like, taxes and maybe some private patron videos. But I think we'll do this again tomorrow, next week, on Sunday night. Since you guys like it so much, and people are coming out, and they're engaging and they're supporting, I don't know why I wouldn't do this again.
It's gross. It's for this. It's not because they love what they're doing. It's not because for the love of the game or because they're true gamers. It's for this.
So I think we'll do this again next week. But I want you to vote on what you want. Do you want more Heavy Rain? Do you want more Dark Souls 1? Or do you want me to start a Bully playthrough from 2013, my original run? Or the other idea someone had was BioShock, my original BioShock playthrough from a long, long time ago. We could do that too, okay? So I think that's what we will do. And you vote over the week, and whatever wins the poll, that's what we're going to do next weekend on Sunday night, okay? Alright, so keep an eye out peeled for that, but in the meantime, let's do one more part. Here we go. Oh my god, Roy! Dude, you're crazy. Roy just did a third $100 super chat, man. He says, a third time a charm, enjoy, brother. You have no idea how much you helped me out during my difficult times. Now I'm doing well, and I'm finally able to contribute. I'm going to go to bed. I got to be up early for a meeting. Have a good night, Roy. Thank you so much, man. It's crazy amount of support. Thank you, man. Thank you, thank you.
Is it a whale? It is a whale, because it has those whale-like teeth that filter things. It looks like combs. He's got a big old eyeball.
But anyway, guys, gals, and everyone watching, thank you so much. The live stream audience, you guys were great and obviously incredibly supportive. Everyone watching on demand, just so you guys know, this series currently, the retro reacts that I'm doing, are by far the most viewed things I'm doing on this channel that people are really enjoying. If you like these series, please remember to like the videos and leave comments on them and let me know what you think. Alright, even your thoughts about the playthrough, your thoughts about the plot, all of that. Consider supporting if you do like this content. Of course, you can do a super thanks on any of these videos. You can leave a tip by looking in the description. I would really appreciate that. Really, these streams are what's making this channel viable. So that's why I'd like to continue doing them. Outside of that, like I said, I'm not really getting much out of this channel besides posterity of my old videos, right? My old playthroughs like Red Dead 1 or Final Fantasy 13. But thank you. Great stuff. And I'm excited to see what you guys want in the future. If you want me to keep doing Heavy Rain, if you want me to mix it up, because now I've done Heavy Rain twice in a row. Maybe you want to see something different. I'm not sure. But I'm excited for whatever you pick. All right? But anyway, thank you, everyone. Here live, on demand. Really appreciate it. And I'll see you next time for another fun Retro React event. See you then.
Look in the mirror. You see that? That's the biggest idiot in the fucking room right now. You have spent money on junk. That game's always sucked. It never was good. Not for one moment was it good. It was always bad. There's still this back here. And it's still in the back of my neck, the back of my head, the back of my mind, and it's always telling me it's WWE Champions time. I love it. I love it. Is a mobile game addict. Phil has indoctrinated children who send him money, blatantly milking for money. It's a money pit. It's gone, just gone like that. In an instant, fucking gone. I just care about money. That I just can't help it. I eBay. Contributions are mandatory, but I need your help. I am appealing directly to you. No decency, no respect, no common sense, no fucking maturity. Is the guy who just doesn't get reality.